After 3 fantastic Metroid games in the first-person perspective, Nintendo's ready to bring Samus back to her side-scrolling roots. Retro Studios did a fantastic job with the Metroid Prime trilogy and told a great story that led up to the events of the NES game. But now it's time to pick up where the Super Nintendo game left off. Metroid Other M is a continuation of Super Metroid, and it's designed both as a throwback to the old-school gameplay, as well as a way to flesh out Samus as a character. At times, Metroid Other M feels like it's story first, gameplay second, but from start to finish, it's a great ride. Metroid Other M is a throwback to the simpler days of action gaming, but it's not a retro remake like New Super Mario Bros. As a matter of fact, this game is one of the most ambitious productions Nintendo's ever produced. Other M explores Samus as a character, flashing back to her days before she was one of the galaxy's most respected bounty hunters. The game opens up just as Super Metroid ends, an epic battle with Mother Brain and the sacrifice of a baby Metroid to save Samus' life. This incredible introduction sets the stage for what's to come. The storytelling can get a little heavy-handed at times, but overall it's an engaging script that's well acted, and it really pours emotion into Samus' personality. Metroid Other M returns the classic Metroid gameplay to its NES, Game Boy, and Super NES roots. But instead of a strict side-scrolling platformer, Nintendo and Team Ninja created a game where Samus can move in full 3D while still applying the restrictions of a classic 2D game. The level designs have a ton of variety, a good amount of puzzles, and plenty of intense situations with massive boss battles. Nintendo and Team Ninja definitely succeed in advancing the gameplay with new school elements. That classic run-and-gun action is still here, but there are some new additions like melee attacks for when enemies get up close and personal. But you know, it's not without its problems. When you run back through an area, the camera doesn't shift with you, so you'll be doing a lot of off-screen shooting. That's actually easy to do because Samus has an auto-aiming feature for her blaster. Simply point and it'll target any enemy in that direction. This gets the job done, but it also takes away a little bit of the challenge that's been a part of the Metroid series for years. You can also jump into first-person perspective by pointing the Wii remote at the television, and this lets you target enemies more precisely. However, you can't run around in this mode, only rotate from the fixed point, so it feels a tad awkward and restrictive when you're forced to jump into Samus' eyes during a heated firefight. Even with the little issues, this is one of the most ambitious Wii titles to date. It's an intense and fun action game with just as much heart in its story as explosions in its gameplay. By the end of the ride, Samus could end up becoming your favorite Nintendo character, if she isn't already. For more details on Metroid Other M, head on over to IGN.com.